Hey, you guys, I'm Chrissy, and we've made it. We made it to episode 3, and I've got some pretty juicy things to talk to you about today. So, if this is your first time tuning in, your first time hearing me listening to the podcast, I'm Chrissy, otherwise known as ChrissyHQ. I'm a full time streamer on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, TikTok, and I'm a content creator. Oh, God. Hey guys, I'm Chrissy and we made it. Episode 3. Can you believe it? Cuz I'm having a hard time believing it. But I've got some juicy things today that I want to talk about, and if this is your first time tuning in or listening to me, again, I'm Chrissy. I go by ChrissyHQ on all socials. I'm a full-time streamer and a full-time content creator in the gaming and lifestyle industries. But to hear more about that and more about me, check out episode 1 where everything is explained. And yeah, let's begin. First, though, I'd like to shout out a few brands, a few cool things that I'm wearing today. And I'm going to make this a segment, a new small segment in the podcast. I love supporting other organizations, brands, content creators through merch because who doesn't love shopping? So let me shout out a few brands that I am supporting and rocking today. Let's start out with Regiment. This is my Regiment jersey. It does have Chrissy HQ on the back and my lucky number 4. Regiment is America's largest military gaming community, and they really help with connecting the service members of the armed forces and veterans with games. They help them reconnect, go through different things. They do lots of charity work with gaming, and I think that's super cool. They definitely hold a special place in my heart because both of my parents were involved in the armed forces, and my dad is a paralyzed veteran from active Air Force duties. So I think it's super dope that they do a lot of things that help out with the PVA and just really cool stuff. You can see all of their like different branches and sponsors and just different things. The jersey is super cool and it's like really comfortable too. And I like the colors. But so there's that. Shout out Regiment. We also have my beanie. If you know me, you know I love beanies. So we have the Sister Shooters beanie. Sister Shooters is a Black woman FPS organization with a focus on esports and content creation education. Definitely some talent over there. So check them out. And yeah, that's who I'm rocking today. I'm excited. If you guys have any questions about these two brands, I will put it in the about me description for YouTube and for Spotify. I'll figure out how to tag them as well. So, back to the episode though. We're on episode 3, you guys. Episode 3. That's how many times I rage quit Valorant yesterday and then went back and did it again and proceeded to D-rank. But that's nonetheless. I've made it to episode 3 without quitting or being shut down or taking a break, and that's a huge win for me. As a content creator, I'm self-employed, so I'm kind of in control of the whole thing anyways. But for a lot of brands, that's not the case. A lot of people still work under others, and we're going to talk about a company that just went through a big cut. Twitch. One of like my main platform where most of you have probably heard Chrissy HQ, Twitch. Twitch just laid off almost 500 employees last week. And I don't know if it's more shocking or if it's more concerning for those of us that are on the platform, but the next day the CEO went live and did a Q&A session and basically just addressed a bunch of issues that were going on. One of the biggest statements though that he had said, but after he thanked and acknowledged that Amazon has really helped the business out, he stated that Twitch is not profitable at this moment. June 6th, 2011, that's when Twitch started, and it's January 2024, and Twitch is still not profitable. It's kind of concerning. Now, I'm sure with COVID and the increase in content creators and streamers on the platform, I'm sure that like that adds a lot to it. But that's kind of concerning. That's over a decade and still no profit. I love Twitch, but the lack of profit is very concerning. Where's the money going? That's a huge question. Where is the money going? And Twitch takes money from every creator, from subs and bits and ad revenue. And they run ads. They have ads permanently on the site, on the homepage, and things like that. And then they have brand deals like Prime Gaming. Those are all incomes for the company. So where do you think that the money is going? Is it upkeep and maintenance of the servers and like website protection and security? All of that can be extremely expensive. And with the amount of content creators on the platform, I'm sure those have got to be astronomical numbers. But is that still like enough for them not to be making a profit? And did they lay off these employees because they were maybe overstaffed? Was that an option? I don't really know. And then how are they going to even solve this? I did a lot of research on Twitter and I read a lot of comments and a lot of opinions on Twitter. And a lot of people were saying maybe they should start like a subscription base for creators, though, for like features that we're already using, like emotes and VOD saving and having add-ons for games. Maybe if they made us pay for those, it would help out a little bit. Now, this is going to be kind of an unpopular opinion, but I would not have a problem paying for some of the extras that we get on Twitch. I know Twitch Turbo is a thing that you can pay for, but that's also another like viewer thing. That's not really the creators paying. I believe so strongly in investing in my craft or investing in my business that if it's something I really wanted, I would pay for it. Also kind of depends on the price. I'm not choking out $49.99 a month, but like $5.99, $9.99. I would do something like that. And like I said, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. I'm curious as to what everyone else's opinions are. I'm not sure if it was, again, it was comforting that he was so open about how the business was doing, but very unsettling at the same time. So where do we go next? What happens to content creators now? On Twitch, especially. Like, what do we do? Again, the future can be exciting and unsettling, and we all saw the rise and the fall of Mixer, and now the birth of LiveSpace and Kick. So what is the future of Twitch looking like? Drop down below in the comments what you think. I would love to know. And let's stay on topic about the future, right? Because you know how excited I get about the future of tech. The future of tech. Just now, CES in Las Vegas last weekend just was held, the Consumer Electronics Show, right? And man, I really wanted to go. I want to go all the time, but I thought I could make it this year and I didn't get it to make. I didn't get there. I didn't. But it's a big convention all about tech. And it even breaks it down. Space tech, sustainability, cybersecurity, vehicle tech, just a huge range of tech and consumer electronics. I'm a huge geek when it comes to those things, so I'm going to share with you guys some of the things that I feel like were the coolest that I read about. And hopefully one year I'll actually get to go and then I can do like a vlog series. That would be so cool. But let me just tell you about the things I've read about and looked up on YouTube and read in different articles. And let's start off strong though. Samsung, if you know me, you know I'm a Samsung lover. Every appliance in my home is a Samsung, except for, I almost said everything's a Samsung and then included TVs. But this TV over here was a gift, so it is not Samsung. But that's okay. That's okay. Back on topic. At CES, they had transparent TVs. They had folding TVs. They had an 8K projector and more. But Samsung came in. They kind of killed the game with quality, right? They have the Samsung S95D OLED TV, which features a glare-free display, right? That's anti-reflecting. There's literally no other TV on the market right now that can compete with that. Price is high, but I think that's super cool. You can literally put it in the brightest room and not get a glare. You know those dream condos, or maybe it's just me that looks at those dream condos, but those dream houses with the big floor to ceiling windows and all the sunlight that you could desire, you could have that TV and have no glare, no problem. I think that's pretty cool. So here we got Samsung changing the game with the TVs. And then next after that, we had the Time Kettle X1. Now the Time Kettle X1 is going to be amazing for people that travel, right? Business people, people that travel for leisure. What it is it's a real-time translating device, right? Comes with headphones, there's no buffering, high accuracy. Again, great for all of us that love to travel. And yes, we can always use Google Translate, but this device itself fits in the palm of your hand, has a screen that displays transcripts of the conversation so you can read it, and you can wear it in real time to hear it in your ear being translated. Now, they're making several different series of this, and they're going to have so many different modes. There's even going to be one where you can provide real-time translations for up to 20 people. And that's kind of crazy. That's going to make those overseas meetings, those business deals that are international, just so much better. But more about those business deals later, because there's way more that's going to help with that. Obviously, my main content centers around gaming. So we cannot just sit here and not talk about the awesome gaming announcements and products that were released. Like the MSI Claw, which is a new handheld gaming device, right? This is the one with the latest Intel processor and an amazing new design with increased ventilation. They were really hitting hard on that, right? So you can game for hours. It's not going to overheat. You're not going to have any issues. There's no question on how the display is going to compete with an OLED Switch, but with all the other great stuff that it's offering, I think it's going to be a heavy hitter when it does drop later on this year. I thought that was super unique. I collect game consoles, and I want to really get into the handheld ones, and I think I'm going to definitely check that one out. I have the Switch, and it would be super cool to like do a comparison. So stay tuned. That might be coming. But speaking of how unique that product was, here's another product that I think is super unique. It's currently available. It is the Mintails Smart Dog Collar. Now, funny thing, I just had a birthday a couple of days ago, and I plan on getting a dog. I've been planning on getting a dog, and I love smart home tech items, things that make my life easier or assist with different things. This dog collar is kind of like a smartwatch or a Fitbit, but just for your pet, right? It's got all the fitness aspects as well as a dog location tracker, so you don't need like air tags or the Samsung tag also attached to your dog. It's got all of that. It also has a very important feature where it has the ability to detect early symptoms of heart disease. That could potentially save your dog's life. And I think that's super interesting, especially for new pet owners, or I've had pets, but it's been a while, right? And as much as I really want a pet, I'm scared. I'm just scared of every little thing that could possibly happen. And something like this, I feel like would make it 10 times easier just to be aware when something might happen. I like that. I really enjoy it. Now, the Minitails Smart Dog Collar was recognized as a CES 2024 Innovative Award in the Artificial Intelligence category, since it is all through AI that the collar can like detect your dog's walking and sleeping and eating and just everything. And like I said, right now it's currently out. It's $99. It does require a subscription fee like monthly, but what doesn't? And you can do like a yearly payment thing too. That's for like $200 some. But either way, we all play for Netflix, Hulu, Spotify. An extra subscription is not going to kill us, especially if it's going to help our best furry friends. At least that's what I think. So, like I said, for my birthday, I'm planning on getting myself a pooch, and I'm definitely going to be getting this collar as well with the pooch. It's on the shopping list. It's going to happen. I didn't look up what colors they have, though, and I kind of would like to know that. But that's okay. Like I said, all in the first episode, the second episode, and now part of this episode, I love the future of tech. I love the idea that there are going to be different items available that can help us in our day-to-day lives and just with daily tasks and living. But like I said, back to the business people, they are now going to have something that's going to help out with the hybrid office setting or the home work from home setting. You know, at CES, they announced the Holo Connect HoloBox. It's a plug and play system. And if you were a gamer or whatever, you know what plug and play means. Basically, you connect it to the internet, you plug it in, and you're good to go. But this system is going to turn you into a hologram. This can help change the way office meetings can be held. And for those that do international meetings and international business calls, that's going to be a game changer. No long flights to another country. No more having to plan out when you got to be somewhere for meetings with certain people. I know fashion designers, y'all do that a lot. You have to fly to Paris and have week-long meetings. Now you can be a hologram. It's a game changer. Now, like I said, it's already available. The price isn't even on the website though, because it is such a high price and the item itself is very, very large. But even though all of those things like don't make it really available for the usual consumer or the everyday consumer, it's still an option. And I think it's just one step closer to being able to pull up a hologram in my room one morning and talk to my parents, We're getting closer. We're getting so much closer. And I love that. I'm excited, you guys. I'm over here like huffing and puffing. I feel like I raced through this, but either way, CES was awesome. There were so many other things that were announced and talked about, like a new VR headset from Sony and an awesome new AI personal assistant from Rabbit. I think that's super cool. I love AI. If you're not catching on, definitely look up the Samsung Music Frame. It's a new, like, aesthetically pleasing speaker system from Samsung, one of my favorite brands. So I will be checking that out. Google it, please. And then there's even going to be a GE indoor smoker. Now, I don't cook, right? But for the people that I know that cook, there's some people I know that really intensely cook. But they live in apartments or condos or townhomes, and some live in houses, and the weather just isn't always great. How awesome is it going to be that they can smoke a variety of different meats inside their house? Like, that just opens up so many options for those people who want to cook or who want to experiment. And I love that. I won't be using it, but I think it's just cool. The future of tech is headed in such an amazing way. Definitely look up CES 2024 was just held in Las Vegas, and just look at all the stuff that was announced. Hopefully one year I can go, and I cross my fingers that I can vlog it for you guys, because that would be the most amazing vlog ever, and I would probably cry at an experience like that. I hope you guys check out everything I've talked about and more, and some of the new tech that will hit the market. And don't forget to leave a comment, like this podcast, and I'll be back next week talking about some more stuff. Thanks, guys.